So now I'm going to cover, and these will be brief, the 3 components of building winning teams and championship caliber cultures. But don't let the brevity of what I'm about to share with you undermine the importance. And those are going to be role clarity, accountability, and communication. Role clarity. Every single one of you needs to know your role, needs to embrace your role, and needs to star in your role to the best of your ability. Everybody else in your team needs to respect, value, and appreciate everyone else's role. You need to go out of your way to show love for the contribution that everybody else is making on the team. Role clarity is the foundation to which the rest of the house is built. The second component of building winning teams and creating championship caliber culture is accountability. For those of you taking notes, write this down. Holding someone accountable, it's something you do for them. It's not something you do to them. This is true in basketball, this is true in business, and this is true in parenting. Holding someone accountable is something you do for them. It's not something you do to them. I believe holding someone accountable is the best gift that you can give another human being, especially a teammate. Because when you hold someone accountable to a high standard of excellence, in essence, what you're saying is, I care so much about you and I care so much about us that I'm not going to let you show up and do less than you're capable of. I care so much about you and I care so much about us, I'm not going to let you violate one of our core values. I care so much about you and I care so much about us, I'm not going to let you come here with a bad attitude or giving a poor effort. Holding someone accountable is the best gift you can give them. But before you can hold people accountable, you have to be crystal clear on not only what you're holding them accountable to, but your level of expectation. So I've mentioned several times about my 3 kids. I'm also divorced, so I only have my kids half the time. A couple of years ago, I had my kids over for dinner. And at the time, my son Luke was 12, and I asked him to please clean the table. After he rolled his eyes at me, he grabbed the plates and the utensils and the glasses, and he threw them in the sink, and he went to his room and he started playing Fortnite. And I found myself momentarily frustrated because that is not how I define cleaning the table. See, I'm old school. I define cleaning the table as carefully taking the glasses and the utensils and the plates, going over to the sink and using a sponge to rinse them off, line them up neatly in the dishwasher, and then take a Clorox wipe the table off, and if you knock any crumbs on the ground, you sweep them up. I'm old school. That's how I define cleaning the table. But right before I got upset at Luke, it hit me and I started to laugh. The failure was 100% mine. See, I didn't take the time to clearly define what I meant by clean the table to him the way I just did with you all. I left it vague. I left it ambiguous. I left it up to Luke. And I don't know if any of you have a 12-year-old son, but if you do, you'll probably agree that the way Luke cleaned the table is in perfect alignment with the way a 12-year-old boy sees the world. He thought he did exactly what I asked him to do. And you know what? He did. Now, because of the type of father I am, I quickly marched all 3 of my kids into the kitchen, and I proceeded to give them a master class on what I mean when I say clean the table. And guess what? It's never been a problem since. It's never been a problem since. My kids know definitively what I mean when I say clean the table. They know my level of expectation, and they know that I love them so much that if they don't do it to that standard of excellence, they will do it again. So it has never been a problem since. And the third component of building winning teams and championship caliber culture is communication. And just know, as leaders and as teammates, you're always communicating something. Even when you're not speaking, you're communicating. And I'm not just talking about your facial expressions and body language and tonality and the nonverbals. More importantly, I'm talking about the unconscious messages that underpin everything it is that you actually say. See, there's a hidden message underneath the words that we use. I want you all to think about delegation. When you ask a teammate for help on something of importance, you delegate responsibility and you ask them for help. What's the unconscious message when you ask a teammate for help? I trust you. I believe in you. I think you're good enough. That's why I'm asking for your help. That type of unconscious message will strengthen your relationship and your connection with that person. What happens, however, if you delegate or ask for help and then you micromanage? You either literally or figuratively stand over their shoulder, breathing down their neck, making sure they cross every T and dot every I. What's the unconscious message you send then? Yeah, the exact opposite. I don't trust you, I don't believe in you, and I don't think you're good enough to get this done. Now, I know that's not what you mean. I know that's not what you intend to communicate. I know that's not what's on your heart. But if you're taking notes, write this down. It's not what you say, it's what they hear that matters. It's not what you say, it's what they hear that matters. So we need to make sure that we are in perfect alignment with what it is we say and the unconscious messages we send. So you have to understand, when it comes to building winning teams and championship cultures, little things make a huge difference.